Hi, this is another episode of UWC Unfiltered, but a commentary. Um, I think that UWC is a brand, and it is just like Harvard, it is just like Yale, it is every other university's brand. It's a brand because it sells, and that is a fact. And the UWC brings you Davis scholarships, and it brings you recognition because it's so selective that UWC, like the universities trust this institution, and as it should trust this institution because it's great. Like, we have great people. Now, what I think about the people who often come in here is, I'm not a teacher. I'm just a Snella student, and from my 3 years that I've been in UWCISAK, what I've observed is, I want to know, for the people who are applying, why do you want to come here? And what are you expecting? And with the follow-up question of that, when you say, oh, I want to experience the UWC, I want to have the UWC experience, to you, what is the UWC experience? What is the definition of UWC? And if you come in here to UWC and say, oh, I expected to have the UWC experience, you need to be able to justify what that is. And if you are unsatisfied with that, I think that you should do something about it, because isn't that what United World College is all about? Making positive change. And at least in Isaac, that is kind of the motto of being a catalyst for positive change. And I'm not here to sell this school or anything, but I think you cannot come here and expect perfection, because it's not. This school, it can get really shitty. Like, it really can, and there's no way of hiding that, because a lot of people are struggling. But on the other hand, there are a lot of people who are trying to make it better, to just make it a little bit better for the people who are struggling. And I hope that there is someone, I hope that if you are applying to Isaac, or if you're applying to UWC, you do understand that the place that you're going is not perfect. It can be notorious for some things: drugs, sex, uh, maybe even corruption, or the law of the country. Like, there's a lot of elements that go into what it can stop from being like this perfect place, right? And like our yeah. Now, next topic. Well, our school does this thing called UWC, like Isaac Insider. It is a newspaper which talks about what happens in the school every week. And this week we just came back from winter break, so it talks about winter break. It talks about the period poverty cast who's going to India for a cast trip, or a a critic about school, or even normal news, like the protests, or even the borders opening, whatever. Now, um I think this school generally is not, well, to me, it is better. It is so much better than what I had back home in Malaysia. Like, the mindset is good. Everyone is really, really active. Not everyone, just 20% of the people are really active. And although that's a little sad, you can't have everyone competing for something. That's kind of shit. But yeah. The point is, this place is not all rainbows. You can't, don't come to the school expecting everyone to be like, oh my god, you're in a university, yes, no, because that's not it. People come here disappointed. I think almost everyone came here disappointed, and I think that's fine. What matters is not the fact that you're disappointed. What matters is, what are you gonna do with that disappointment? Are you gonna sit there and sulk in that disappointment and be like, oh, this place is so shit? Or are you gonna come and say oh, this is what I can do to make it a little bit better? And of course, when you're doing that, people are gonna disagree with you. People are gonna stop you. But are you gonna be listening to them, or are you gonna not and just pursue it? until you see the actual change. Cause bro, like you can't, like as Charlie Chaplin said, you can't, like there's no rainbow without the storm. There is no rainbow without the storm. Well, some like actually there is, but like you know what I mean. But you will face struggles before looking at your results, and I think that is one major thing that you need to understand when you come here. I'm doing IB, and if you've seen the other one that I'm wearing the same clothes in, I am struggling. I am at the bottom right now. Academically, like, girl, I don't even know if I can go to university. But at least it's okay. You know, I know that it's gonna be fine. But please, when you do come here, or, I hope my fellow classmates who are listening to this understand this, but I hope that wherever you go, you are constantly you are not disappointed by what is presented to you. It is better. Well, is it better? Like, yeah, sure, it could be, but will you be the one making it better? You know what I mean? I don't know. But also, like, bureaucracy is really a big thing here. I think a lot of, like, when you want to do something, it's just so, like, there's just so much stuff you have to go through, and I think that although the although a lot of the students critic will say, like, aren't you supposed to promote, like, like, try to get people to do things, but I think, like, it does kind of give a real take on the real world about, like, yeah, the real world requires, like, it goes through a lot of red tape. It does, and I think it kind of builds my patience, and it builds my, like, persistence and resilience, and I think I've only grown so far. So yeah, thank you for listening for this past 7 minutes. I don't know if you asked, I don't know if you sped it up, but, like, yeah, hope you have a good time. Bye. Also, I realized I have, like, inverted eyes, like, just goes inwards. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe I do. I don't know. I think that's really weird, and I think that might be sort of my insecurities, but I don't know. Alright, bye.